at progressive.com. VJ, great interview, man, with Terence Crawford.
Man.
Very likable. The dude is, I mean, look, you said it. You picked it. I picked him to win. Thought he might lock him out late. But if you said you saw that coming, man, you one of the few, because we talked to Sean Porter, Teddy Atlas, Keith Thurman, so many people that thought it was a pick-em fight. Now, Teddy Atlas did pick Crawford, but I don't think he thought this would be the type of beating it was, although he thought he had more power, and he did.
You know why, Chris? Is because this was a fight where a lot of former boxers, current boxers, Teddy Atlas guys, everybody wanted to stay safe. No one wanted to lean out there and go, no, he's going to pick him apart. And when we were doing our show Saturday and all last week on the other platforms that I'm on, I kept telling people, he is going to kick his you-know-what. This is not close. He going to beat the hell out of him. His power is just too much. And if you watch Bud Crawford fight, he is so methodical. And like I said, he's not very flashy. He goes about his business. And even when we were coming in to do our show Saturday and we were leaving, Kerry Rhodes, former NFL player, and Steve Hartman were leaving the studio. We're doing the switch over. They look at me and they go, VJ, who you got tonight? I told them both, I say, Bud and 10 and under. And they were like, wow. Steve Hartman looks at me and goes, who punches harder, VJ? I said, Bud. I said, see, that's some old school stuff right there. So that's some old school. Who punches harder? Okay, give me that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in a race, who's faster? All right, give me that guy.
He had everything. The boxing skills, the speed, as you said, the power. Yeah. It was an absolute demolition. And look, I'm serious about, like, Spence.
Who?
Here's the thing, VJ, and we've seen it with fighters. When you are dominant for so long and then you get beat down, it's hard to come back right away. When George Foreman got beat by Muhammad Ali, he was never the same initially. Like when he continued fighting right away, he won some fights, but it was a lot harder than it was before, and then he lost to Jimmy Young. And then he retired.
20 years later.
And then he got more, his spiritual, obviously, had his religious conversion.
Yep.
He got more into the Lord. Basically, that can change your whole mindset. I know it changed your whole outlook on life, your worldview. And he came back as a different man.
Yes.
And that's when he was, back to himself in the ring. Roy Jones, with all due respect to the great Roy Jones, was never the same after he got knocked out by Antonio
And that was
Tarver.
one punch.
That was one punch.
That was one punch.
Which is not as bad as if because you could write that off as, he caught me, which is what Roy was saying. But clearly you saw his next fight. I think it was Glenn Johnson. He got knocked out in the 10th, I believe.
Yeah, Glenn Johnson knocked him out.
Wouldn't really let his hands go.
Nope.
And then even in MMA, remember Ronda Rousey? Like, once she got beat by Holly Holmes.
Once she got kicked in the neck. And once she got kicked in the neck by Holly Holmes.
She was afraid to let them hands go. So I think I get it that Spence wants the rematch, or at least he's saying that. It's hard to believe he wants it in his mind, but that'll be probably the bigger money bout for him. So I guess he may take it. But I don't think he can beat Crawford, period. But I think the best thing for him would be to fight a Keith Thurman or some other guys that he might not win those fights. That might be the risk of doing it. But I think he needs to get some confidence back by beating up a few guys first.
Yeah, but he's got to take the rematch. If he doesn't take the rematch, too many narratives on television and radio now. He's running from them, and then it will look like exactly what you're saying. Like, yo, he took that whooping, and now he don't want no more of that mix. Sometimes, like Dad used to tell you, when you fall, man, or when you strike out, or when you miss a shot, or you drop a pass, you got to go right back out there, son.
This wasn't dropping a pass.
I know, but you got to go.
I know you think it's going to be worse.
The mindset is you got to go right back out there, though. But he's got nothing for Bud Crawford. He's got nothing. Listen, if Sean Porter doesn't get in and out over his head, remember, his own trainer, his daddy, in the post-fight interview in the ring, said, well, when he wants to listen and not do his own thing, he had that fight. Spence was losing. Porter had him in trouble. Porter had that fight, and he got over his feet. He lunges with a left, gets caught with a right, and that was the deciding factor on the cards. So if you watch Spence, and I told you, I watch boxing every weekend. Showtime and these other boxing, they have boxing every weekend. It's not all big fights. But if you watch enough of these fights, when the big fight come up, you've watched that guy, 8, 9 times. So you can go, oh, nah, I've seen this dude, man. He ain't got
everybody
nothing.
Watches. I mean, a lot of people that watch a lot of boxing, including myself, didn't see this coming.
Well, I watched a lot of Spence and I watched a lot of Crawford.
Watched a lot of boxing.
I get it, but I've explained why I thought they said that.
But don't act like, oh, you watch more boxing than anybody else.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying.
I didn't say that though. Don't do that.
When you watch a
Chris,
lot of
we're having
boxing,
a great show.
We're having
such a beautiful show.
I'm just telling
you. Gotta have conflict, don't you? You gotta have conflict, huh, Chris?
I'm telling you, it's insulting when you say it like, and I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about when we've had boxers who watch a lot of boxing. We've had trainers who watch a lot of boxing say it's 50-50. And you should deserve credit for saying, yo, I saw this coming and I thought this and that, and you were right. But to say it is because you watch so much boxing or boxing.
That's not how I'm saying
That's
it.
like saying these other, but that's what you said, though. That's
but
why all I'm saying is a lot of people that watch a lot lot didn't see this. That's all I'm saying.
And I answered that. I said I thought that those guys.
I don't want it. It's insulting the cats.
I'm not trying to be insulting the cats. So if they take it insulting, I'm sorry, people that are taking insults. I'm trying to be insulting. That's not where I'm going. If people know me, they know that already. I shouldn't have to explain that part of it. I already addressed. I thought some people took that road because they thought it could be close, and nobody likes to really go out and say, nah, he's going to crush this guy. Because there is a fraternity within those guys to show some respect when you are talking about them. I just looked at two guys that I've seen fight a lot, and I go, no, I don't think he's got nothing for that guy. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else because I watch a lot of boxing. That's not what I'm saying, or not what I mean at all. But to Bud, I respect the man. I love his humbleness. I love the family atmosphere. His mom, he's just such a cool, calm customer in the ring. And I also thought this. Somebody told me they think Spence is going to be real busy. If Veejay, Spence going to be busy. I said, if he gets busy with his hands early, he's gonna get caught early. He should probably ease it to this fight. And if you saw in the first early rounds, he really did let his hands go. He got a little busy, and then at the end of the second or the third, I think it was, is when he got caught on the head. The second got caught on the head and caught on the neck. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, man, you can't let your hands go against power. You have to be cautious. And if they were to fight again, I'm with you. I would like to see him fight probably Enos up next. I don't think Thurman's got a shot.
Did you see Crawford fight Enos?
Did I see? Well,
you said Crawford, or you talking about Spence?
No, I think Crawford should fight Enos. No, Spence. No. Yeah.
I mean, look, he gonna take the rematch if Spence really wants it.
Of course.
It'll be the bigger money fight, and then I agree. I like to see Enos. Heck, I like to see him take all these cats out. Enos, Ortiz, as you mentioned.
Ortiz got to fight him a little bit.
Maybe
19 wins.
Thurman wants some, so I think that'd be interesting. And then maybe he moves up for Charlo or something.
You think Thurman could get? You think Thurman could get him? I think Thurman. No.
Okay. I like Thurman, but I would pick Crawford.
Okay, because I thought Thurman got embarrassed by an old Pacquiao, so I don't think.
I'd like to see Thurman and Spence. But
that would be
Spence,
more. Yeah.
After Crawford, if they fight right away, I don't know what's gonna happen to Spence after that.
Yeah, I mean, two back to backs, he might
be the same. Yeah, and there are people worried about his health.
He's got enough.
That beating.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that was a beating. Teddy Atlas said it would have been better for him had he just got caught with a shot. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Because you wouldn't have taken as much punishment.
Yeah.
So